Yesterday, our first guest received a Golden Globe nomination for starring in a new film entitled Monster. It opens in New York City on Christmas Eve. Here's Charlize Theron, everyone. Congratulations.
Well, to you, too.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. But you got the Golden Globe nomination here, Best Actress. That's pretty exciting for you. Have you ever been nominated in the past?
No.
What does this mean, the Golden Globe? It's recognition by, is it the foreign press?
Yes, yes, the Hollywood foreign press.
Right.
So they tell me it's a big thing.
Uh-huh.
It's nice.
I would think it is.
It's a nice way to wake up because they do them so early. Mm-hmm. So I was waiting for coffee. So when I got a knock on my door, I was expecting coffee, and then I got a Golden Globe nomination.
My God. Pretty good. That's amazing. And then that's how they let you know they send someone to your house?
Yes, exactly. Uh-huh. No, somebody came to tell me.
And did you immediately tell all of your friends and family and stuff?
I didn't want to call my mom too early because she tends to think that somebody's died when you call her up too early. So I didn't want that to happen. So I waited for like an hour or so. So I called her and called my boyfriend.
And they must have been thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, my mom didn't take long to remind me that it took her 36 hours to deliver me.
Ooh. Wow.
So, as far as she's concerned, you can win as many awards as you want, but it still took me 36 hours, don't forget.
Well, I think it's nice to keep everything in perspective.
In perspective.
Now, you're from South Africa, originally from South Africa?
Born and raised,
Born
yes.
And raised. What town in South Africa?
A tiny little town called Benoni, little farm community just outside of Johannesburg.
And what was Christmas like? What is Christmas like there?
It's really nice. It's just a lot different than what you guys do. It's usually the big holiday, school holiday. So everybody kind of goes away. They're not usually, they go to the coast or something. And so we don't really do the tree because you're not home. So the tree's not a big thing there.
Santa, does he come on a sleigh, Santa? Does he show up
No, and we don't have chimneys, so he shows up on a speedboat with skis. It's all good.
And that's the legend of Santa in South Africa.
And little red hot pants.
Well, it's certainly special for the kids that way, isn't it?
Very special, yes.
And how many Christmases have you been in this country for?
Well, quite a few now, but it's only been the last 2 years now that I have a home, and so now I do the tree and try to cook the food that you guys do, because we don't do the turkey. We just have a barbecue, open a cold beer.
Oh, I love that. A barbecue? Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, you just, you're out in your bathing suit, swimming, barbecue, watermelon, couple of cold beers. It's
I like
really
the
good.
sound of this. And you mentioned a home. You have a new home, is that right?
Yeah, it's not that new, but yeah, it's pretty new.
So you're a first-time homeowner, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, how do you find that? Is that tough, the response? Because the minute you buy a home, I don't care what condition it is in, the second you open the door, it starts deteriorating.
Yes.
And even if you don't do anything, it's good, things will happen and there would be problems.
And even if you do something, then still things fall apart.
Right.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Yeah. Have you had any problems of significance?
Well, we're up in the hills, so we have a lot of...
in California?
Yeah, we have a lot of coyotes.
Oh, wow.
And bobcats and deer and stuff like that, which is great, but I have dogs, so I'm, highly concerned about that.
Well, the fear is, and it's not unfounded, that the coyotes come from wherever they come from, and they will get your dogs and take them away.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
It's a fact. It's a known fact.
Force them to join their gang.
Yes. They are. They're quite frightening, and you hear them at night, and they make these just horrible sounds when they're hunting. But I have a bunch of strays. They're all a bunch of mutts.
What kind of combinations do you have?
Oh, one is a Great Dane, Dalmatian, something, something. The other one's a Coonhound, Rhodesian Ridgeback, something, something.
Wow. Well,
yeah, they're crazy.
These are impressive elements in these animals.
Especially the something, something, right? That we don't quite know. But they've all kind of survived on their own, so, they're not fazed by the creatures that we have. And I can't have cats because of the coyotes. I'm scared they'll get out of the property.
Right.
But my Great Dane Dalmatian, his name's Orson, and he is like a cat. He catches rats like nobody's business.
Oh, you have rats. You didn't mention the rats.
Tons of rats. Tons of rats. At night, I'll take a bath and they'll be having a party and you hear the music and it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not just the occasional drop by rat.
No.
You have an infestation.
I really do. I really do. But that's, that's the price you pay when you live in nature. So it's fine. But Orson takes care of it. He's quite adept.
He's a ratter, the dog.
He's insane, Dave.
Yeah.
He catches rats while he's on a leash. You've never seen anything like it.
That must be great fun for you. To be that close to the kill, for God's sakes.
It's very painful for me because I don't like stuff like that.
What happens? So you're out walking Orson, and,
Yeah.
and you hear a rat, or what?
No, you don't even hear anything. It's insane. He'll just be walking, and he kind of looks like an alien a little bit, and his ears would just go up, and he would just dive his head into a bush and pull out a rat. It's insane.
Oh,
it's insane,
man.
yeah.
He gets him in his jaws across the back or something?
I scream, the rat screams, it's a mess. It's a disaster.
Now, you mentioned, you bring up a good point. A lot of people think, well, maybe you should move, maybe you're living in the wrong neighborhood, but rats are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Here in
You
New
have
York,
them here.
Oh my God, do we have
And
them
here you have the dirty ones.
We have they're like the size of a poodle.
They
here.
are not that big.
Yes, they are. Here they are. Honest to God. And the mayor last year, they estimated that there are 30 million rats in the metropolitan area. And not only that, but many of them come in on Metro North every day. They commute in. They're crazy.
They're taking over.
But seriously, sooner or later, we're going to have to do something about it. It's one of those problems.
I'll bring Orson in.
All right.
Okay.
Now, this movie is it's based on a true story and a very grim, grisly true story. And among other things, for the part, you ended up gaining 30 pounds. Is that right? About 30 pounds?
Yeah, roundabout. I'm not quite sure. I'm not a big fan of scales, but you do these crazy physicals for insurance purposes before you do a movie, and so the doctor was like, in the last 3 months you've put on some.
Now, how did you get all of that weight on, and then more importantly, how did you get rid of it?
Duh, you eat.
Yeah.
Like a little pig. I went and had these injections. No, I became I thought this would be the chance to just kind of overdo it, And
Was there anything
So
in particular that you were really fond of that you went nuts on?
I love potato chips. I'm a salty girl.
But can you gain 30 pounds just eating potato chips?
Yes, you can. Yeah. It's not
And then how did you get rid of it? Because it seems to me like you really piled it on there.
I wish there was, a nice way of losing, but there really isn't. I just had to work out,
Oh, good.
get on the treadmill and
Good. Well, I'm glad
really
you're back to normal then.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, let's tell the people the story, the true story that this is based on.
It's based on a woman named Eileen Wuornos who was executed last October, and she was convicted of killing 7 men. She was a highway prostitute in Daytona, Florida. And she killed 7 of her Johns.
So this is perfect for the holidays.
You know what? I say, teach the kids young,
But it's a grim story. She's regarded, I think, as the first female serial killer, right?
Yeah, she is. And there was a lot of news coverage when her story broke. But the writer and director, Patty Jenkins, who's a first-time filmmaker, just really tapped into her true story, which was never really told, and where she came from and her situation. And it's a very human story. I mean, this is a woman, I think a lot of people think, oh, it's a serial killer movie. I know nothing about that. I can't relate.
Right.
No serial killers in my family. But she struggled through a lot of things that we struggle with every day on a very severe
Is it possible to look sympathetically toward a serial killer?
Well, I think the movie really speaks for itself, and it wasn't that we really tried to make a sympathetic story. We just really believed in the greater truth of her life, that in telling everything, the fact that she did horrendous things in her life and made terrible choices and hurt a lot of people. At the same time, something about her and her life, in that greater truth, there was a lot of empathy in her story.
Do you know what we're going to see here in the clip?
Yeah, Christina Ricci's in it as well, and she's incredible, and we fall in love, and this is a scene where...
I'm sorry?
Now you'll go see it.
Little hook there. Just a
Tiny
little hook.
Yeah. And this is a scene where I tell her, she finds out that I'm a prostitute. It's the first time that she knows.
Okay, it's called Monster. It opens in New York City Christmas Eve.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you a prostitute?
Yeah? Why, man?
I don't know. People like pay to be with you. It's wild. Men must just line up to be with a girl like you.
I guess. I don't know, not really, you know?
Yeah, right. What do you do to them?
All kinds of things, you know, whatever they want.
How do you know what they want?
Well, they ain't shy to tell you.
Wow! That's just remarkable.
No, thank you.
It looks nothing like you.
Oh.
That's just incredible.
Are you scared of me now?
Well, no, but I mean, looking at you here and then looking at you there, and the fact that they had prostitutes at roller rinks, that too is unbelievable. But look at that. That's just remarkable.
No. Well,
good for you.
thank you.
The Golden Globe nomination, I hope that goes well for you.
Thank you very
and,
much.
Good luck with the film. It opens Christmas Eve. It's called Monster. Nice to see you
Thank
again.
you
Thank you
so
very much
much.
for being here.
Thank you.
Charlize Theron, everybody. We'll be right back to play Will It Float one more time.